Hi guys, it's Tom again from Fitness Business Solutions. What I'm going to run you through now is the problem building part of the sales process, which is really important. There's nothing disingenuous about that. There's nothing mean about doing this. It's really, again, just to help that person move on to that next stage of the buying process and help them sort of understand where they're at. One of the biggest things we see is people are often unaware of what they need and are convinced that they can fix the issue themselves, and that's regardless of what the evidence, the objective evidence is showing them. So as an example, if you've got somebody who is 2.5 stone overweight and has been putting on a pound to a pound and a half a month for the last 2 years, often they will think that it's just going to level out and it's just going to stop, whereas the reality of it is it's often isn't the case. And it's the same as sort of fitness professionals. Take somebody who's, it would be life-changing for them if they had 35 more clients in their gym. And having 35 more clients, or 50 or 100, whatever it is, would have a really big impact on them. And that's been a goal of theirs for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is. So bear that in mind. It's the same kind of process applies to both fitness professionals, to every walk of life. People think they can fix the problem themselves, and that often just is not the case. It can be kind of helpful, depending on how experienced and comfortable you are doing this, is actually pointing that out to somebody and asking them, what progress has been made in the last 6 months, towards the goal. What has happened? If you're getting this kind of feeling off them that they can fix it themselves and they don't need your help, it can be helpful to kind of ask that. Really what you're looking to do is take the initial problem, and if you're not sure what the problem is, just reverse the goal. So they're 10 stone overweight, they're 3 stone overweight, whatever it is, and just give it back to them. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add in the other pieces that they're not aware of themselves. Okay? So the initial problem is you're 1 stone overweight. You've been there for around about 4 years. You're not happy with it, and all the other stuff that we've already covered. You're then going to suggest and explain to them that the other issues that they have is they don't have the expertise to design a program and put one together. Okay? They sometimes or may not have the motivation to do a program off their own steam. Okay? They may not be in the right environment to do it. Okay, so the facility that they're in just doesn't have the equipment, it doesn't have the vibe, all that kind of thing. They also don't have a workable plan to put all the pieces of the jigsaw together. So the nutrition piece, the training piece, sort of when to push on, when to back off, all of the little pieces that come together to make a successful program and to sort of produce the result they're looking for. They also may not have the support structures in place. I've seen this. People coming to me who, their circle of friends are kind of giving them a little bit of stick because they're telling them they don't need to lose weight and they don't need to get healthy and they're fine. And that can be really tough. Training in a big box commercial gym on your own with no one kind of helping you along or supporting you, that can be a hard place to be. It can be really helpful to list these out. So 1, you don't know how to put a program together. 2, you don't necessarily have the motivation to do a program. 3, you don't understand how to work all of the pieces and all of the sort of elements into your plan and do it on a consistent and ongoing basis. And when you list the problems out like that, it becomes a little bit clearer for them. It's kind of, I suppose, maybe a mute point, but I sometimes make to people, it's sort of along the idea of, I could go into the kitchen of a restaurant that has a Michelin star and it has absolutely everything there, all the gear, all the equipment, all the food, okay? But I'm not going to produce a meal of any great significance because I'm not at that standard, because I don't have the expertise to put everything together. And that is something I've said to people, when they may suggest, well, I can join a gym and do this on my own. The evidence is sort of proving to us that that really isn't the case. And secondly, then asking them, do they have all of those pieces of the puzzle? And if they do, refer them on and recommend, look, maybe meet us once a month. We'll put a program together. You can come back in and check in. But for the vast majority of people, there's the initial issue, okay, and the initial problem, and then there's all the other problems they're unaware of themselves. This is really helpful. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below.